Hey gang, what's up? How's it going? It's the 10th. I think this is my fourth one of these. I should look over there because that's where the camera is. Hello, camera. I tend to look here. Anyway. I'm drinking some water. Not vodka. I don't drink alcohol. I think I mentioned that before. Not for any huge reason, just never started. And so I don't. It's been an issue at times in Japan. Certainly, I think when I very first came, you know, and a lot of the male teachers are like, "Hey, let's go out to have a drinking party." Well, the female teachers too, but the male teachers are the ones who tend to drink and kind of go a little bit overboard with it, and then want to go out to a nijikai, a second party or something, and drink some more. And I was always like, "Well, I'll go, but I'm going to drink cola or tea or something." And I think, just considering like my size, people were like, "Oh, I bet you can drink lots of beer." I'd get all that comment a lot, and then it became apparent, over the course of, say, my first year when I was a jet, to my colleagues, not obviously my students, that I was a bit of a teetotaler, and I guess considered less fun. I also don't smoke, so the whole kind of scene at the time, especially back in 2004, just was not my scene. And yeah, I think a lot of the European and like Australian, New Zealand, Irish, English, South African jets, slide into that whole kind of pub culture of drinking a lot easier than maybe some Americans do. Although not that Americans can't drink, they can. But yeah, it's not a big part of life here, but it's a social lubricant for sure. And they even have a word for it here, and I'm going to probably mispronounce it, but it's something like nomication or something, which is like communication with nomikai, which means drinking party, kind of mixed together. In the sense that Japanese people feel like, if you go out drinking with your boss or your coworkers or something, you can be more free and stuff because you've been drinking. So what you say is, all taken with a grain of salt or whatever. Sorry, I'm sweaty a little bit, even though I'm in my house. So, life stuff I want to talk about. I bought a heck of a lot of these things. There's 10 different kinds. There's the list in katakana right there of all the characters. Yoda, C-3PO, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker is one of them, Boba Fett. And I bought 2, and what you get is you get 2 little boxes after you take off the plastic. And this I talked about in my other vlog. There's the Glico Man. This is just a little box of candy. Believe it or not, there's only like 3 or 4 little candies in here, and they're little like caramel candies. They're not bad. I mean, I'll eat them. I'll probably actually give them away to students and stuff. But the reason I bought it is for this little box, which has got a Star Wars strap in it. So, dun dun, hi. Okay, so let me take it all the way out here, and I'll show you what it is. So I'm going to open these while I talk here for the next 10 minutes. So this one's R2-D2. I don't have him yet. And so what it has is, it has this little thing at the top. Do I have my phone here? No, I don't have my phone. It's probably recharging. So you can stick this in the headphone jack of your smartphone, right? Usually that's on top, and it just dangles. And these dangly things from your phone used to be huge for keitais. Like, they had a built-in little like belt loop on Japanese keitais where you could get dangly things. And so this is the way to do it, I guess, now in the age of the smartphone. And so there's 10 different ones, and I just wanted to collect them all. They're just made out of rubber. They're a little bit bendable. So I bought 10 of them. I just literally, how when you go to the grocery store, they'll have a display box of something. I bought all 10 in the box. So hopefully that means maybe I got a bunch of different ones. So there's Ewoks. And I'll keep going here as we go along. So life stuff. One good thing I found out today, and I've talked about this a little bit before. So I finish work on July 31st. I then, of course, have a few things to do in August. We have what's called an open campus, where students from high schools come to visit the school and see if they might want to come and be a student at our university. So I have to attend that. That's like the very first weekend in August. There's also like a workshop where a local junior high school is bringing a bunch of their students over, and we're going to run, like the Chinese exchange students are going to do a China workshop. The kids from Mongolia are going to do a Mongolia thing. The kids from Russia are going to do a Russia thing, and then I'm going to do something in English. So it's kind of like an international day. I volunteered to do it. I don't know exactly if I get paid or not. So, anyway. As long as there's aircon on, I think I get free lunch. It's not that big a deal. So Volvic is my water of choice today. Trying to get some fluids back in me. I've been sweating so much today. So that's at the beginning of August. But basically, you know, I don't get paid. I don't teach in August, so I get a little bit of money. You know, I can kind of quote unquote clock in while I'm doing my grades and doing some of the prep for the workshop and doing, you know, doing stuff for the open campus. But basically, all that will cover, I'll probably work 20 to 40 hours or something only in August, and that'll cover my, like, taxes. You know, my residence tax and what they take out for my, like, health insurance, and then, you know, my pension tax and stuff. So I'll basically just break even probably for August, and my paycheck will be almost nothing in September. And because in September I get paid for August. Then I don't work at all in September, except for maybe the last couple days where I start to get ready for the new semester, which starts October 1st. So in October, I basically get almost no paycheck from September. So I don't get another paycheck until November 10th. And that's the rough part of my year. You know, 2 back-to-back months where I basically get zero money. And I think I mentioned this before, if you've been following the channel for a while, I go home often in the summer. Last year I didn't, but the previous year I did, and this year it looks like I will as well. And the good thing I can do there is I can get a job. So the job I was doing before I moved back to Japan was at a medical supply company in San Diego that's working on, well, they now sell a pump that helps people with type 1 diabetes. And I help do some testing on the device, on the website, etc. So they often get summer interns, and they have to leave and go back to school. But see, I can stay until almost the end of September. So they often can put me to work for just, like, say, a month, doing some specific task or helping, you know, a group, you know, test something. And it's great because I know all the people, the atmosphere is great, it's right by a coaster station, so I can take the coaster to work, and I've talked all about this before. But I just emailed my old boss there, and he's still, you know, at the company every year, and he said, yeah, let me just, you know, get it approved by my boss, and yeah, we should be able to use you this year. So the good thing about that is I can go home, and you know, I get to relax, I get to help my dad. I get to be in San Diego and enjoy, you know, reasonable human weather. But I also get money. I also get paid. So it just works out for everyone. And it's a good way for me to be able to go home. The flights are ridiculous. I think I looked it up on Expedia a couple days ago when I first sent him the email just out of curiosity. I think one of the cheapest flights I found was like $2,100 round trip. That's a lot of damn money. And no, I'm not worried about the whole Asiana thing. I've flown on that airline before, the recent tragedy there, but a lot of people walked away from that flight. I was so happy to hear that. But yeah, I mean, I touched down in San Francisco just back in March when I did that whole round trip, so I know those routes and I've been on those planes, but I won't fly Asiana this time. Okay, we're already at 9 minutes, and I didn't open more of these, sorry. What else do I just want to tell you about the heat. So this is going to go over 10 minutes, sorry, it's going to be a little longer. It's just animal hot right now. It's just so freaking hot, and I'm a big guy. I don't even know what I weigh, to be honest. I haven't weighed myself in a long time. The scales at a lot of doctors' offices in Japan just go up to 100 kg, and that's 220 pounds. And I'm well over that. I'm probably more like 150 kg, if I'm honest. So I'm a big guy, and I sweat, and it's hot, and you know, I'm certainly not in shape. So you know, I'm in my room now with the aircon unit, and my bedroom's behind me. But the last few nights, I haven't even been able to sleep in my bedroom, and the picture that I just took in my bedroom is probably be the thumbnail. It was like 32.5 degrees C in my bedroom when I just went back there to get some clothes to put on. Because I just got out of a cold shower. I was so hot just sitting here like watching sumo and doing stuff that I was like, I'm sweating even though like the fan's on and the aircon's on. So I went and I just took a completely like cold shower. And you just have to do stuff like that. I'm telling you guys, if you come here, you know, when you're a jet in that first month or so, it's rough. It's really hot. And just persevere because it gets better. If you come in late July, you've got basically 2 months of pretty miserable hot. And it's not a dry heat, it's a very wet heat, it's very humid and sticky and nasty. Hopefully your apartment will maybe be a bit better situated. I would almost rather have an aircon unit only in my bedroom in a weird, well, it's so hard to say. I spend so much time in here that it's good that it's in here. But not being able to sleep in my bed at night and having to sleep on the floor on a futon on these nights is just sucks. And you know, I'm literally like in my mind today. This is what I was thinking, guys. I was like, I'm gonna just check into a frickin' hotel tomorrow night. Like I just want one night of just like pure sleep, where I'm not woken up and. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to finish at my Eikaiwa school at like 9 o'clock, and there's a hotel like across the street in like downtown part of my city. I'm just going to, it's probably only like 4,000 yen. It's like $40 for the night because it's like a Thursday night. And I'll just go over there and take a shower and sleep and just sleep for like 8 solid hours and then like wake up and just go home and change and go to work or something. I mean, I'm seriously thinking of doing that. I mean, at the weekend, you know, you can deal with it. This weekend is actually a long weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Monday is a holiday in Japan. But it's been so hot. And so I I literally went through these little sweat towels that I have. This one has a sumo wrestler on it. I had to teach 3 classes today because I taught a makeup class. So I taught first period, second period I had off, lunch, taught third period, fourth period I have off, taught fifth period. So I was on campus until 6 p.m. and I went through like 5 of these. Literally, when I say went through, I mean they're like, you could almost wring them out. They're so wet from me just, you know, doing this. And that's with air conditioning sort of on in the classrooms. It's just miserable hot, especially for me. So hopefully you're skinny and you're in good shape and it won't bother you as much. But even, you know, even my skinny friends and even Japanese people who are, you know, obviously always tend to be slender and etc. Complain about it. So, yeah. All right, let's open another one just before we sign off here for the day. So yeah, the heat, man. I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, obviously I can't wear shorts to work. You know, I wear like, you know, so I do Cool Biz, this thing that they promoted. Ooh, cool, Darth Vader. To you know, have people like wear short sleeve shirts to work so they could actually have less air conditioning. This was the campaign because, you know, business guys, salarymen used to wear full suits to work with a suit coat and a tie, so they would crank the aircon on, you know, to keep cool in these big office buildings in Tokyo, not at my school. And oh, I got a double of an Ewok, damn it. And so the Prime Minister was like, hey, everybody start wearing short sleeve shirts, so instead of setting the thermostat at like 22, we can set it at 26 or something. And oh cool, I got Stormtrooper. So, you know, that's great, but it's like, when it's so hot, you know, if I walk out that door over here to go pee in the rest of my house, it's like 33 degrees C, which is like 92 degrees right out on the other side of that door. It's just not right. Oh, man. Sometimes I wonder why I live in Japan. Okay, 14:36, almost 15 minutes. I'm going to stop now. Thanks for watching another daily vlog. Tomorrow, I'll do my best to have one, but I work late. Tomorrow might be the one day where I skip. We'll see. Okay, peace, guys. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you.